In. I hope that you brought your sweet tooth this morning because we are checking out a spot that's offering ice to order warm cinnamon rolls and more. Kristen Urban joins us live now from Dough Baby's brand new brick and mortar. Kristen, can you ever really have enough icing?
No, Roma. The sweetness, it doesn't end here at Dough Baby. They have their brick and mortar, like you said. Everything is just newly opened. We're out here. This is a baker's paradise out here, I must say. I'm joined by Nancy. She is the owner of Dough Baby. Nancy, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. So glad to be here. Hi, Roma.
I love, even just as we were setting up for this, I can tell you're so passionate about baking and about this community out here. I know we're going to be diving into some cinnamon rolls, and just as we're getting the dough and everything ready, can you tell me why it was important for you to be out here in Olmos Park?
Absolutely. When we were looking for a location, we knew we wanted to be part of a neighborhood, and we knew we wanted to be in Olmos Park. And so we waited about 2 years until we found the perfect spot. And when we found it, we knew. We came in and we're like, we're gonna have to build a kitchen, and it's gonna take a minute, but this is where we want to be.
Yes, and this really does feel like just the perfect spot for a bakery. And you were telling me that you're already getting some locals that are walking over here to pick up some baked goods in the morning.
They do. They bring their kids, they walk, they bike, and they come in and they already know their flavors and their cinnamon rolls, and they stay and have their coffee here or take it home. I mean, it's just great. We already have so many residents in the Olmos Park and Monte Vista and Alamo Heights area that'll come in here, and then also from all over the city. But it was important for us to be a neighborhood place.
Yes, and I love that you're bringing this to San Antonio, and people at home are probably already very familiar with Dough Baby. We've had you on the show before, and also you've been at the Pearl for a few years now.
We have. We've been at the Pearl since March of 2024, and it's been amazing. We have no plans to leave. We love our customers at the Pearl. We love Pearl. And it's the reason that we were able to open up this brick and mortar. So, no, it's been a great journey so far.
Yes. Okay. So walk me through this process. So we are rolling out the dough right now. How many cinnamon rolls does a batch this size typically make?
Okay. So this is our one batch that we make at a time, and we make a lot of these. Each ball makes 10 cinnamon rolls, so they're pretty big. Yeah, so we use quality ingredients. We use Bob's Red Mill, and we use King Arthur. I forgot the name for a second.
Lots of fresh ingredients.
And then we use grass-fed butter. So if you want to smear that on, just smear it to every part of it.
And I've made cinnamon rolls before, and I understand that you want this to be like room temperature butter, right?
Yes.
So you're just going to let it sit out for a little bit?
Exactly.
Perfect. This is so fun.
It is the fun part.
See, that's the thing. Like, I love baking. I just think it's so therapeutic. Look at that.
Yeah, and then we sourced really great. We tried a lot of cinnamons, but we ended up with this Saigon cinnamon from this company called Spice House, and so that's what we use.
Amazing.
And then we put a generous amount, like almost 3 cups, and then you spread that to all the edges.
My hands are already dirty, so I'll take the reins on this one. All right, look at all of that cinnamon goodness. And obviously this dough rises a lot. So the cinnamon sugar, this looks like a lot, but it really, I feel like probably encompasses the whole roll because, like I said, it rises. So you end up having a lot more bread in between as well.
Right. We put more cinnamon and sugar in it than most people do.
Okay.
So, because we really like that cinnamon flavor.
And we like sugar.
And we like sugar.
I like it.
And then rolling, you just kind of want to keep making it a little tight and even.
So fun.
And then once you get here.
Tight and even, okay.
There you go. And then you want them all to be about the same size.
Although, how do you do that though? This is I've made cinnamon rolls before, and this is where I always get a little stuck is on the sizing and getting that right.
So if you kind of work it and try to get it to be all the same size, and then we'll cut it into little 2-inch amounts, and then we have this beautifully buttered tin here.
Look at this.
And then we pile them in there.
And so I know later in the show, you have some savory goodness as well. You have your kolaches. I want to show people what all of this looks like a little bit later in the show. So we're going to bake this. We're going to ice this. There's so much to look forward to. But Roma, right now, would you say that I'm getting my hands dirty in this kitchen?
You are, but in the best way possible, Kristen. I would just take a little lick of the sugar and the cinnamon, maybe not mixing it with the raw dough, but That looks very good, Kristen. I'm looking forward to seeing the kolaches as well. And it's so awesome to see small local businesses growing now that she has her brick and mortar. You guys can check it out.